Happy Monday, everyone. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Title for today is Writing on the Wall. It says, when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Matthew 6, verse 6. So I've got this closet, see, just a little one. It's no more than a few feet wide. I keep some shirts and pants in there, various scarves, belts, purses, just stuff. But if you were to look inside among all the chaos, you'd see something else as well. Taped to the walls, up one side and down the other. They're prayers. Written out prayers. I used to think praying was supposed to be completely spontaneous, just words off the top of my head, which it can, and it should be. God wants you to pray. God wants you to pray to Him at any point during the day, no matter where you are. But prayer can also be a lot more strategic than that. It can be carefully written and repeatedly delivered, very specific and very intentional, like the prayers I've written during my devotions and then taped to the wall of my closet. These prayers are regular reminders of what I want to say to God. Prayers that are focused and purposeful are sometimes the most direct hits. So if you were to write out a prayer on paper, what would you write? Think about taping it somewhere where you can see it and say it again and again. I have a journal that when I do all my devotions, I have a method for how I do my devotions, and part of that is prayer. And so every time that I do a devotion, I write out a prayer at the end of it. Sometimes they're long, sometimes they're short. Sometimes I may not have words. Sometimes I may just flow all through the paper. The coolest thing, though, about having a journal is that then I can go back and look and see what I prayed about and see what God did. There may be stuff that God didn't answer the way I thought He would, or there's stuff that God answered better than I could have ever imagined. Having stuff written out that you can then go back and look at is incredible to see what God did in the lives of yourself, the lives of people you prayed about. It's something that I would highly, highly suggest is to have a prayer journal. And you don't have to write out every prayer. Maybe once a week, right? You write out a prayer and put it into words, and then later you can go back and look and see what God did. I challenge you, if you don't have a prayer journal, start one. Like I said, once a week, maybe once a month. Maybe at the end of the month, you wrap up the month, right? It all depends on how you want to do it. But it's something that's so cool to look back at. Everyone, have a great Monday. Have a great start to your week. And of course, go be the example.